So if you've been following me for a while now, you're probably aware that I went through a phase where I was shoving the Neospatian package and everything and trying to make it work. And it's an engine that I think has a lot of potential, given the ability to sort of set up your grave and filter through your deck at the same time. At the end of the day, there were only two decks that I really felt had potential, which was the Diva Hero list that I topped with, and then also the Rescue Cat list that I featured a couple times on the channel. So I thought I'd revisit that one. I sort of abandoned it because I felt like the Diva list was better, and I'm thinking now maybe I can potentially push the Rescue Cat list up to that next level because it is kind of insane. Like, I've played some matches with this that just feel crazy. They just feel like you just filter through your deck till you get your cat combo, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. You just keep going. You just keep going. So the of course point of synergy is that Panther is a cat target, which is why we're doing this. We're on double Airbellum. Kind of trying to minimize our bricks, given that we're already playing the Spatian stuff. So there's just a lot of like, I don't know what do I want to call it, like turbo element to this deck where you just like are ultra consistent and like draw a bunch of cards and get to your combo plays and make your big pushes and sack your opponent. And it's very streamlined, and it's very powerful. And I'm going to show you a couple of replays, so let's just get into that. All right, first one up here. This first match, I believe I was playing against someone who's playing KFC, who seemed to be a fan of the channel, so that was cool. They actually played the deck pretty well, which I was impressed with, because usually people are very bad at that deck. Anyway, I go turn one set Cross Porter, he goes Titanial, hits over. I'm like, that's fine, we can just out this with Mole. So we hit in. He could have Judgmented the summon a Mole, but obviously I would have Judgmented back, and that would have not been great for him. Judgment, unfortunately, did I remember to side out Judgment? I think Judgment's really bad versus KFC. I probably should have taken it out. It kind of loses me this game because I have this Gores now that I just can't use. So he Judgments my Mole, I Judgment him back, I bounce this, and then I think I set the Space Typhoon. So he uses Legacy, and I chain Space to make that mistiming, because we're just going to die if we don't out this. But then he gets another one, and he has Call and Kuraz to just pop the monster and the field spell. So very nice game shot that the opponent finds there. Game number 2. Okay, so this is why we play Rhoda. Well, there's a number of reasons. It just like helps get your combo going in a number of ways. So we resolve a couple contacts. We resolve Allure. I'm not sure I did everything in the right order here, actually. Like, I maybe should have Allured before Avarice. No, it's probably better to Avarice first, because you don't want to get rid of that Panther. So at end phase, I just pitch something to try and get my Avarice live faster. And I'm hoping he kills my Arma so I can contact. Fortunately for me, that seems like it's what he's going to do. So he just opts to dig, which is probably the right move because he's got that Call the Haunted in his hand, which can bring back the Kurez and be very scary. I go for that Convert Contact. I draw second Sidra. As you can see, my build wasn't like completely the same in these in every replay, but I felt like I played like 4 matches with it, and I felt like they were pretty cool. So I just wanted to show them all off. We're on Tomato here. I ended up cutting that because I felt like I was just drawing too many normal summons. The ratios get kind of weird when you start like playing these super fast, consistent decks, because it's just like you're going to be drawing everything, so you really don't want as many normal summons. Anyway, here, I definitely should have put him out of Brain Con range, but I opted to play it safe last turn. I was thinking the trap was like Legacy of Yada, but it was Call, and he still didn't want to use it yet, so I probably should have just gone for it. Could have avoided this situation, but I think we're going to be alright. We have that Avarice still, which is great. And the Gores isn't a terrible draw either. It's not technically dead. So I just set Sangan, and he hits over Sangan. I get, like, Monk? Okay. Then he hits in, and at this point I know that card is Mystical Space Typhoon, and he gets Garden tokens because of the Gores, so he's just dead on board. Going to game number 3. Game number 3, I'm going second. I got a pretty decent hand. I think I should have molded back his thing first. A little bit of an oversight there. We end up making Bryonic instead, and going for Avarice. So it's not like the end of the world here, but I think a little bit of a misplay. Avarice, you absolutely have to play triple Avarice in this build, by the way. I mean, between Contact and Cat, it gets live insanely fast. Like, it was live on turn 1 here. It's, like, so easy to get this card live. You can get it live turn 1. No problem. No problem. Anyway, I'm being super greedy with my Torrential here, as you can see, and it's not necessarily going to pay off. I just use it on my turn because it's, what is it? Armanite Link 2. So Garden's Link 1, so it doesn't miss timing. Then we got Cold Wave Dad. However, my opponent's monsters are all just stuff that he wants engraved. So maybe not the best move here. Because of Cold Wave, Garden doesn't trigger, which is kind of stupid. Cold Wave's such an ignorant card. And I feel like I went too aggressive here. Because if he'd had Debris Dragon, I'd have been in a real awkward spot. Anyway, when they have 4 in hand, you always roll 6. You just can't help it. So he goes for Driller, and I just brain control take it. We go for game. So fortunately, there wasn't one of the Debris in hand at that time. And we're going to pull out the W here. He's dead even through Tragodia, so it's going to be the end of that one. All right, on to the next match. This is against Dimitri's Dark Gaia. I think it's a Dark Gaia. I never actually saw Dark Fusion, so unconfirmed Dark Gaia question mark. We get Dust Shooted, but we have the Monk and the Cat, so he can't really stop us. I play real safe here. I go for Panther, copy Trooper, and he deprisons me, so I just go main 2, take the Trooper, mill 3 more. We've got that Avarice live, of course, now that we've milled 6. Avarice is extremely live. So we draw 2. We got that Dust Shoot, really good draw. So we see his hand, we take the Rat, and here is where I make a mistake. I know about the Gores. I'm just like, I'll play into it because I can out it. So I go Sork, banish the Gores, but then I realize I actually don't have Dark End in my extra deck, so a little bit awkward. He makes a little bit of misplay too, leaving that token in defense there, because I think he forgot that the Colossal was 29. I don't know if he could actually done anything, but yeah, I could have just hit over this, but he's still dead, because we make Catastor anyway and just kill him cleaner. Game 2, this hand's pretty bad. Man, I cut out all those normal summons at this time, and I still just like bricked on normal summons. It feels bad. So we're going to take a ton of damage, unfortunately. We do draw Contact, which helps things along a lot. If he hadn't had Judgment, I could have maybe made something happen here. But unfortunately for me, he does. So we're not going to be able to resolve that Black Rose. And then the Dad is just going to trade improperly, and we... I think you could see what's going to happen. We're going to die to Injection Fairy Lily, of all things, which was... I was like, what? Anyway, going to game number 3. I'd opt to just Grand Mole pass with this, and it trades with Doomcow. I'm just kind of okay with that. We don't have Contact anyway. We'd have fired Contact probably if we had it, so... I decide to summon Armageddon. I send the Plague because we've got that brain control. Here I'm thinking it's a little bit awkward. I want to get around this Guardian, but I don't want a Judgment yet, so I hold it. And then here I'm like, alright, fuck it, we're going for it. Only one back row, we can just Judgment it, and we're going to rip 2 cards, which is really good. We're going to rip 2 cards, and then we're going to Avarice. So we're going to be at an amazing spot here. So we go in with our full dumb, cat brain control, or monk spell brain control meme combo. Honestly, some brutal sackery. We pop the back row, which was return. We go AFD, we go Pot of Avarice, and that's going to be the end of that one. On to the next match, up against... This was against Frogs, I think. And one big advantage to this list over the plant one is I think you demolish Frogs with this deck for sure. You just go off against Frogs and rip apart their hand. So quite good. I don't know. Honestly, the plant cat decks just feel like a bad version of quick draw plants to me. I mean, they're cool and all, but it's not really a route I want to go with the build. I think this is a lot more. It at least does something different. So yeah, we're drawing tons of cards here, by the way. We have to kind of. We have 8 cards in hand. I don't know how to get rid of them, so I just have to play into Storm. Fortunately, we get to use that MST. We get to use Cat. We go Red Dragon Archfiend. We out all these monsters. One of them was a set junk. As you can see, my opponent drew a kind of garbage hand. So we're going to flip the second Avarice after we force out the Battle Fader. We draw 2. We set the Bottomless. And I figure there's going to be a Caius here, but that's fine. We're up so many cards at this point from all this Avaricing and stuff that we just don't care. So yeah, we're going to rip another card. And maybe he should have summoned Swap. But instead he goes, I don't know, he's kind of low. There's just no way he's not dying soon. Because we have that brain control too. Man, this has got to be the sackiest cat deck ever conceived. So the opponent goes for Junk Warrior, or no, they don't go Junk Warrior, they go Catastor, but they're going to get blown out by the Torrential into the Armonite, into the Goyo, into the attack for game. So it's going to be the end of game number 1. I mean, our opponent kind of bricked, and we had, like, crazy advantage. Game 2, our hand kind of sucks. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, but then we draw Contact, and it's gone from kind of sucked to actually just, like, amazing. Yeah, never mind. This hand is just awesome beyond belief. So we can set up Avarice straight away, I think, and I opt to do that. So we're just trying to draw cards, trying to dig for our combo pieces as always. And we do find some gas. We set the Judgment and just chill. He makes a really weird play with the Stardust. I don't know. This is like the weirdest play that any of the opponents made against me. I don't know why he synced off his whole board. Like, I could have outed it. To be real, I could have just like stolen one of the dupes with Trag, discarding Plague, which would have been some massive style points, and I had Minecon, and I had Airbellum. So like we could have outed that board, but like he just chose to out it for me. So I don't know. And of course, we're gonna rip another card here. We've also got this Avarice chilling in our hand. Like, someone on my team told me I was playing too many Avarice, and I'm like, if I could have played 4 Avarice in here, you know, I'd have played 4 Avarice, because it's never bad. It's just, like, good every time you have it. Like, I could have, if this board ever, like, got outed, I was just going to Avarice again, put it all back, go, you know, have Monk combo, just Avarice again. Avarice is just so good. Anyway, final replay. This one was against Dragon of the West. I think I get a little bit of payback for my Sackery in this game, so get ready to feel some sympathy for me, because I get dust shooted. Like, this Thunder King would have been fine, but we get dust shooted, so it's not fine. It is really not fine. And I forget if I drop Trigodia here. Yeah, okay, I do. But he's got that Honest to just get rid of it, and I'm just like, fuck this. Well, we'll do a game where I don't get dust shooted. So here, I'll have to set the Sangan. I feel like it's going to get outed no matter what I do. Maybe I should have not set Sangan. Maybe I should have summoned Grand Mole or just passed. We're going to resolve some contacts, which is fine. You know what? This game, I think maybe I honestly just misplayed. The Gores was really bad, though. The Gores is really not good. Once again, Judgment is kind of awkward here. We rip a card, which is whatever. He's going to kill my thing. I should have dropped Trag here. I was, like, scared of the dumb Honest thing happening again, but, I mean, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have Judgmented that either. I don't know. I don't know if I did anything right this game, actually. I feel like this game should have been winnable. I mean, it's a little weird, because should I have even set that too? Because it just lets my Trag get hit over. Yeah, I feel like I was doing dumb stuff here. Maybe I deserve to lose this game. We top deck Avarice, though, because we're a Sacker. And we're going to get Dust Shooted again, which is not a feels good. So yeah, we get dust shoot again, and I think I just opt to do nothing here. Like, I could go in for plays. I could set up this Avarice with Brionac. I'm like, but I feel like I'm alive to everything except Brain Control, and then he top decks Brain Control. So yeah, that's a little bit rough there. I don't know. What can you do? Payback for my Sackery in the previous 3 matches, I guess. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. I feel like it's got some great potential. I feel like there's some crazy plays and some powerful stuff going on. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, become a member, like, share, all that stuff. I'll see you next time, YouTube.